I'm Christian Taft, and we're playing a 75-point game with our new test list. So this is Connor's.
Yeah, I got Vyros 2, 7 Griffins, Imperatus, Manticore, 6 Battle Mages, 2 Arcanists, and Silas. The Battle Mages are experimental. I had to pay a hefty price for them. I dropped a Griffin, Lanissa, and an Arcanist.
Ooh. So I'm playing High Reclaimer. No, Testament. That's a Revenger. It's a unit of Knights with a UA. There's Testament with the Devout behind him, some Errants and Gade in the front. There's 2 more units of Knights with UA, a Mitten Choir, another Revenger, and then some Vengers off to the side.
Mm-hmm. And those Errants, they are deployed at the 18-inch mark, which is really annoying.
So, Rhett gets to go first.
Yep, which is me, Connor Sawyer. I'm going to run a lot.
What?
There's no point in putting up acceleration because everything is blessed and magical for the crossbows. It also doesn't do a whole lot of damage on its own anyways, so I just hand out that focus to my Griffin so they can fleet and get a little bit farther up. I notice he doesn't deploy towards the bottom of the screen, so I'm going to crash that zone and start working my way over there.
Yeah, that was a big problem for me on this game, was deploying. I should have probably put the Vengers out there. I had 2 Knights and the Vengers off to the far side, and I had only 1 unit of Knights off on my side.
Yeah. I think just because of the way the houses were and the fact that you couldn't go through them, you were just going to have problems getting through stuff in general. I thought they were actually good where they were because they can go through the forest all game long, not just on feat turn. And
yeah.
I don't know. I thought you did pretty good. It's really hard. Also, the first time you played the list.
Yeah, this is the first time I've played this list, and this is Connor just wanting to run his prized Vyros 2 list into what he thought was a bad matchup, which we'll see how it goes.
The reason why I think it's a bad matchup is because I have a lot of boxes and a lot of armor on single items, and he has really hard-hitting weapon masters that can keep coming back to life and continuing to hit me.
It's pretty sweet.
It's any mistake is just a gone Griffin, and I do not have very many Griffins. Well, I have a decent number of Griffins, but I can't make that many mistakes. Is what I'm getting at there. And you can make tons of mistakes. Like, just bring them back. Who cares?
I kept throwing dudes away.
Yeah.
And your goal this whole game was to try to eliminate whole units.
Yeah.
So I couldn't recur any dudes back. Because if I have one guy, there's a likelihood that I'll be able to recur most of them back unless there's a unit attachment.
Yeah. And specifically the Knights Exemplar. Because they hit much harder than the Errants. The the Cavalry also really scare me. But specifically the Knights Exemplar are my main focus for what I want to try and get rid of a whole unit of.
Yeah, we just, after getting back from the I-5 team tournament and seeing what Knights Exemplar do under their mini feat, they hit way higher than you think they should.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is my first turn. It's similar-ish. I kind of just move a bunch of stuff forward. I'm trying to really push my side that I've already heavily invested in. This is where I immediately recognize that I'm not going to score my flag, and I'm also probably not going to score that zone ever, so I need to just try to keep stuff over there, and that Manticore is going to just screw any of my chances to get guys in. So trying to put some Exemplars in kind of a staggered formation, so the first couple will die and then the next ones can come in to whatever they need to. Venger goes up there because I want to kill, what is back there? An Arcanist?
Yeah, you send in your Templar as a,
the Venger.
Ashen Peel.
Yeah, or no, Dust to Dust.
Yeah,
there's one tiny little line, and I'm like, I bet I can Dust to Dust that stupid Arcanist. And it's totally worth the trade of trading an entire 10-point arc node for one 1-point solo that you probably didn't. Did you even pay for that one?
No, but the Arcanist doesn't play a huge role. It's 1 extra attack. Concentrated power isn't really needed since everything's pretty low armor and synergy.
Everything's one wound.
But I mean, that's kind of the power of the Testament list, is you can throw stuff away
and the Vengers don't do a lot. Like, the Revengers in this list, the Jacks they're there to be kind of roadblocks. They don't hit that hard even with a choir buff. because they go to POW 15. I'm not going to throw focus on them. They're just going to get their 1 power up. So, and this list, I'm not trying to scalpel out anything.
Oh. Right now, you are shooting at my battle mages, which I spaced out shield guards all the way around.
Yeah, I was just essentially burning clock on this. This is what this is.
Need a 9th to hit it, except for with Gade.
Yeah, Gade prayed the battle mage unit because I figured they were the ones that he could threaten the most efficiently, rather than trying to shoot a griffin that's just going to take 2 shield guards and no damage.
Yeah.
If I could get enough shots in on one, I could maybe kill 1 or 2
Burn through my shield guards, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't happen this turn.
No.
But
it doesn't happen this game.
You can see the fingers moving around the sides of the forest, and yeah, they're getting ready to charge some delicious griffins.
This is where I realized that Venger's, Testament's feet doesn't let them see through the forest. It just lets them move through the forest.
I thought you were doing that so if I killed all of them, you could res them.
I mean, I could have kept 1 back, but I probably should have kept 1. I wanted to tell them. Yeah, because then I could feet, and they could go through my guys, and they could go through anything, and they could go into your griffins or whatever and clear out a bunch of stuff, and then the guys behind them would come through, or however it goes. Play a lot with Krios too at the tournament, so using Tactician and moving through models is fantastic. It's a fantastic
you feel
ability.
It here. Yeah.
Is that a red flash?
Yep.
So, what's going on? Is it your turn yet?
No, I think we're almost there. You're finishing up just little things moving, Testament
yeah,
around.
here's Testament coming up. That's his 3 to go arc into...
The Arcanist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Killed him. Or maybe we're not there. Oh, I'm moving the Revengers about.
Oh yeah, you remembered to do your apparition. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Because you haven't activated him yet. It's supposed to happen in the maintenance phase, but there's so many things in this list. Yeah.
At some point in our
we're being very forgiving with rules here because it's kind of a trial game in a lot of ways.
You're gonna see it later where we're gonna do a big take back.
Yeah.
Because we want to see it play it out. Yeah, we wanted to play one thing out, see what would happen, what the dice were like, and then go back and try it a different way.
So on this turn, my goal is to try and press that left-hand side and then use Mana Core to block off whatever I don't kill.
Yeah.
I send in 1 Griffin into the Errants to build synergy. He hits a Errant with a shield, and then there's like 4 around him or something like that, and the shield hit doesn't kill the Errant, but it does build synergy, so then I leave him there, so that way the harder hitting Exemplar Knights can't get to him because the Errants are in the way, blocking his landing zones. And they won't have the ability to charge.
Managed to engage Gade.
Yeah. Yep.
Who is one of my 2 only solos that can go score flags.
Yep, and I'm going to be pretty much abandoning that top zone, so that could be really bad for me. Yeah. And down there on the left-hand side, because I'm only getting 1 synergy stack, and I don't have concentrated power due to my Arcanist dying, which I said wasn't going to be a big deal, but it actually kind of is a big deal for killing that Armor 19 with Shield Jack in front of me. Because I don't want to use Mana Core because I want to use this Covering Fire template to really limit retaliation, since that I can use that building and just really punish it, the positioning of it. So all those Griffins get loaded up to go in there and do work. And yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
I'm speaking of the future.
Your maintenance phases took a lot longer than mine.
I plan out my whole turn.
And I'm just kind of looking at it like, what can I do? Also, I only have to give out, like, no focus, because Testament's a hog.
He just gathers souls on my turn, and then he's like, oh, geez, what am I going to do with all these? That's your biggest question, really.
Yeah.
Who am I going to charge, and what am I going to do with all my souls?
Yeah, I need to be looking at where I need to be positioning in the future for future charges.
Yeah.
Because I don't have Tactician, I can't just charge through all my guys.
Yeah. Oh, and more on the Mana Core's Covering Fire template. It's magical, and it's a POW 12, which is amazing because POW 12 is pretty much just what you need to kill.
To keep them dead.
Yeah. to kill them for good, and because it's magical, it doesn't get ignored on feed turn.
Yeah, if you had POW 10 or only magical, I think
you make me roll those 8s.
Yeah, I'll make you roll those 8s, because if you don't, under battle driven, that's a knight who's running in with a bunch of dice.
Yeah.
Hitting just way above where he should be, where you think he should be.
Yeah. I'm constantly surprised at how hard those little suckers hit. My goodness.
Right, like and then the UA giving them their mini feat, which skews that even higher, and cleave, which is awesome.
And overtake.
So
we'll talk about this more when it's actually happening, and I'm taking it.
Oh man, that turn takes forever.
So down on the bottom part of the map right now, I'm putting my Griffins to the left of that Revenger, so that way I can kill it and leave a lane for that last Griffin to go through and kill some Knights Exemplar.
Mm-hmm.
And
my normal plan is that I was expecting you to go in and kill a couple of them, but I forgot that the Manticore had that covering fire, and you do a really nasty job of forcing me to charge in weird angles, or not charge, to even get attacks.
Yeah, you walk, yeah. Oh,
I have to,
spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Manticore's covering fire, I think, saved a lot of damage on your bottom flank.
I also did not realize quite what incorporeal meant for your feet, for going through the house.
Oh,
it has a lot of really weird concepts that, even just having a little bit of line of sight to something, you can really abuse that house. It's bad for me. It's real bad for me.
Yeah, but it's still not terrible because my guys are slow, so they have to get a charge lane in to even get past the house.
Yeah. So here's Vyros shooting some errants. Because
Knights. Yeah. Errants are over on the other side. They all look the same. They all wear that silly shoulder pads.
And then here goes in the Griffin now that his charge lane is cleared. And he's fighting the good fight and killing some stuff. Yeah.
And what's going on? These are just attacks. Dying. I'm stealing souls. Dying. I steal some souls.
Yeah. Is this also the turn... Does Imperatus go up and shoot one of your dudes next, and you do that really mean self-sack thing to me?
No, that's next turn. Because they were all bunched around the Griffin that you sent in that you can't see. There's a bunch of stuff that happens behind this house in the center. That's just...
Really, it's just a lot of Menoth warriors shanking a Griffin. That's really all that's happening.
Next turn, too.
No, this is it. I love this part. So Imperatus goes up, and there's 5 people that are all right next to each other, and I shoot the one in the middle, thinking, aha, I'm going to flame burst him and light them all on fire. And then you asked me a couple of very pointed questions. At what phase it happens. I say it's in the box stage that they all light on fire. And you're like, okay, on the disabled phase, I self-sack to this dude over here, and I kill him, not you, so no one lights on fire.
So no one blows up and no one dies.
So stupid.
I don't get a soul, but...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I also don't take a bunch of POW 12s in my turn.
Yeah, I'm sorry 5 of your guys don't possibly burst into flames, which is hilarious since you're Menoth.
Yeah.
Which is really weird, because Menoth doesn't have fire immunity outside
There's
of
Fiora.
Fiora.
So Fiora 2 has a bubble that she gives out of fire immunity, but no one plays her. And the guys with flamethrowers have it, which is pretty nice. I think Malekith has it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
and Zealots can give it to themselves as one of their prayers. Oh, there's that.
We missed that. That's our signal for passing turn.
So it's going into my turn, and I'm looking at some stuff, looking at threat ranges. He has one. Oh, yep. There we go.
Better late than never, though.
Yeah. So he has one guy within 4 inches of his flag, one battle mage.
Yep.
And I have Avenger that's in range there. But in order to score his flag, which is my goal this turn, to score 2 points and deny him any of his, is to have
The Griffin die.
The Griffin die.
And Avenger kill that Battle Mage. And the
Yes.
Griffin's surprisingly a little bit hard to kill, because you've got your whole army there to kill him, but you don't have anywhere to land because there's only errants around him.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of POW 9 weapon masters that are not
That can't
charging,
charge it, yeah.
that are just trying to stab it, but
They do some damage.
they do some damage to it.
Yeah. But,
And then I realize I leave just enough room.
oh yeah, your Devout walks up.
Yeah, no, the remaining Revenger walks up,
Oh,
stabs it, does a little bit of damage.
Yep, he's got about 8 boxes now, I think, if I remember right, between your 2 spear attacks.
I think his shield went away,
His shield went away, yep. And,
which is big.
It is. And that majoring tape you just did was for Elias Gade, who's contested by the Griffin. If the Griffin dies, you can score in that zone once you kill the Battle Mage and score the flag and get 2 points up.
Yeah,
And
that's the goal.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah, I know that Gade's gonna die from this, but the errants are all in the open, and I have my feet for next turn to get them through any terrain. And there's not a lot of terrain that's really concerning. There's not a lot of rough ground or like obstacles that we're fighting over. There's a giant house. Here's me rolling, just rolling damage on that Griffin you can't see. Move enough guys out of the way that the Revenger can go up. Revenger needs to be quired though. And then we're looking through this, trying to decide where I need to kill and what I need to kill. And we got some... What am I doing?
Oh, now you're walking around that covering fire template.
Yeah.
Because it was perfectly set up so that people charging from all kinds of weird angles can't really go anywhere or do anything. So yeah, you just walk around and do some weapon master hits.
So I'm thinking about it. I probably could have risked sending the officer in on a charge. Because she was battle driven, so it's dice off 5, but she also has 5 boxes.
It's true, yeah. She statistically would survive that. She's
She
fine.
could have probably survived it and hit that Griffin and probably might have killed it. Because I got that Griffin.
Happy. Yeah.
It was unhappy with just those 2 guys that managed to sneak around the template. So I'm activating this unit first so I can get them further into that zone so that I can revive more of their guys into that zone.
Yep.
So that's what's going on right now. I make a pretty big error with where I placed one of the revived guys.
Yeah, he should have been back.
He should have been he could have been sitting back in the middle over where Testament's standing now, and then there was no way you would have gotten to him.
I might be able to shoot him.
Maybe.
I think
but there was a devout that was going to be in front of him.
I'd have to shoot him twice.
And
I'm not going to shoot him with Mana Core. I need that covering fire template so
the
bad.
second that covering fire template goes down,
I lose like 2 or 3 Griffins.
Yeah, I just sent like 6 guys.
I'm walking such a thin line here. It's considering there's so many Knights Exemplar there. That big black blob, that's just a pile of Knights Exemplar waiting to kill me.
Yeah, they're just kind of holding out, waiting for the feet, seeing where they can go to go hammer stuff. And then, so what's going on?
I think you're back on that Griffin with the Devout now.
I think this
or
is
the Revenger.
The Revenger, the remaining Revenger, the black one, is stabbing it.
The Griffin that's behind the house, that's in the way that you guys
that no one can see. Yeah.
Yep. Nameless hero. Not even seen.
So we look over here. I'm deciding, yeah, I can get 1 knight in on him. And I think I need to roll an 8 on 3 dice to kill him. Because I'm at dice -2 because they haven't been damaged. So the knights run up and they charge. That one goes in to go crunch the battle mage. And then the rest of the knights are going to make sure that everyone stays in command. They're just going to kind of hang out, keeping everyone in command. That's the unit leader. And then the other ones are going to run out on that side as well. And then we got some knights. So they're kind of in a position where I'm going to repo back if I can kill both of these. And then some stuff might move out in front of them, and they'll be able to charge.
And Griffin's dead.
Yeah, Griffin dies there, which is awesome.
No.
It's awesome for me. So I can now, I'll score that zone, because I have a Revenger in it.
Yep.
The Revenger's just towing in. and yeah, he charges it, and he killed the Battle Mage. Battle Mage died. So now I know
the last Gade.
Gade can just had enough move to do a 10-inch run and get there. I'm sad that all I got to do with Gade was have 2 shots, get shield guarded, and oh no, he didn't even shoot.
No, he shot both times.
Oh no,
they both got shield guarded.
They both got shield guarded, and then he ran.
Yep, he didn't do any damage.
Because spoiler,
he scored a point.
Spoiler, he dies. Spoiler, a Griffin kills him. It's not hard. Or Imperatus did.
No, it wasn't Imperatus. I decided to keep Imperatus back another turn.
Yeah, Imperatus held out a long time. Here's you trying to make sure that next turn I can't just walk through that building and beat the crap out of everything in your army.
Yeah. I remember asking, like...
how fast are they normally?
Yeah, they're speed 5. Okay, they're not going to make it through. I'm okay. Yeah. I'm not okay, but...
The only way they were going to make it through is if they hugged it.
Yeah, or they had line of sight to something and could charge.
If they could charge through it, they would have...
Yeah.
That would have been a totally different turn. Also, if the forest and the building were switched.
Oh, I would have loved to have a forest. Then we'd both be playing that forest.
Yeah, because I would just toe into it to try to, or just enough to try to see through to the other side, and you'd be playing through that forest.
If I had the forest, I'd be sitting there trying to get Imperatus to go through it and kill Testament.
Well, yeah. We'd be trying to do that, but I'd be trying to not give you a landing spot for that.
That's true. And
have a lot of
on errands.
Self-stack on errands.
That is so big. I did not realize the implication of this model doesn't die. You can't sidestep.
Well, sidestep's off hit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can sidestep. I just don't know where to go.
Yeah, you just stuck there.
I'm counting on that errant dying so I can take his spot and get closer in.
Yeah, no, and that errant will not die.
Yeah.
I will make sure that the 2 attacks that you put into him kill 2 other errands. I think it's worth the 2 souls.
Okay, it's Connor's turn again.
Oh, and there's Gade. Yeah, Gade's last activation.
Oh yeah, I did that. I was wrong about that. I was talking on the phone and wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you were talking on the phone.
I thought you said
dude, I can keep doing my turn. I only got to move a couple things. So I move a couple knights up so that they can have better charge lanes next turn. Move a couple other knights over. And I move a Devout over that side. Now it's Red's turn.
Yup. Okay. Game plan for this turn. Kill off that whole unit of Exemplar that's in that bottom zone with me. And I'm going to do a little bit with it with Vyros, since Vyros is engaged. I could move a Griffin to free him up, but Vyros likes killing things.
Yeah, Vyros.
And I like to keep my man happy. So he's gonna go. Plan is to kill a couple of Exemplar and do some quick work shots into the ones that are a little bit harder to reach, and then just keep pushing up towards that house, and whatever ground I gain, use Covering Fire template to kind of secure it, so it is actually ground I gain and don't lose.
Exactly.
Fighting for inches down there. And points, because there's 2 potential points there to gain.
There's at least 1, and you can deny me my 2 real easily.
I feel like I can move pretty fast with my list and play till round 7 and try and my main idea for winning here is playing till round 7 and being a little bit up on points and just playing denial and playing really smart and not losing many things that aren't necessary.
Yeah, you're either playing to round 7 or till I clock.
Yeah, or a weird assassination, or I don't know, maybe I get lucky and remove more units that I think I'm going to remove
in a turn. I can see that happening.
Yeah, at one point I thought about taking Imperatus and just sidestepping around to try and collect all the little people in a unit. Because if I can trade Imperatus for a unit, I think it's worth it. He doesn't really have heavies to kill. He is a really good caster assassination, which is why I don't send him in this game.
Yeah,
and why I keep him back.
The threat of Imperatus is so big that, like, just keeping him there determines the positioning of where I feel safe standing.
Yeah.
Because you and I have played a lot, and I have died a lot to Imperatus.
It's really, really scary. And yeah, now that I have Battle Mages in the list, that's even more feed movements. which
Because I have to kill him.
I'm really realizing what battle mages mean in this list. I initially put battle mages into the list because Scorn and Beast Bricks. POW 18 Griffins can't kill them when they're at armor 21. Can't kill them easily, or at a peace trade that's effective enough. So I added the battle mages to pull them out of the Stone's aura, or the Death Kneel, or the Agonizer's range, so that I can actually kill them with Griffins. And I'm trying them out in this list, and so far I really like what I see. The battle mages, I don't feel like they had a crazy huge impact in this game. They didn't have any of the things I wanted them for.
They do have magical punchy fists.
Exactly.
Though, and that's actually pretty key. Because if they didn't have magical punchy fists, I just move through them and hit things way in the back. And
that's exactly what's happening here. I'm popping feet with Vyros, and I'm moving all my little magical punchy fists into everything's way so that you can't just cruise past them and go kill Imperatus. With
or
all
Vyros.
Or Vyros, because,
if I got a chance to get on Vyros and your objective, and I can clear out my zone, I'll happily take out Imperatus and score 3 on my turn.
Yeah,
or
that's really bad
2.
for me. Honestly, Elias Gate scoring 1 point there was really bad for me too. I should have put a Griffin there within 4 instead of just a Battle Mage. That was an oversight.
I saw you doing that, and I was like, I'm not going to tell him.
I was so focused on putting my Griffin so that I had triple shield guards on every single Battle Mage, so that if you hit one at random, which you did, and you got 2 from Gate, I wouldn't lose a single Battle Mage. And that worked great, but big picture, I should have just lost the Battle Mage.
Oh yeah, you could have just lost the Battle Mage, or if one Griffin's there, I only score 1. Actually, you could have had a Griffin toe in at the top of that zone, and be within 4 inches, and I wouldn't have scored because I wouldn't have been able to get that Griffin. There's no way I was killing 2 Griffins that turn.
You could have gotten 3 Venger charges.
3 of them were behind the forest.
Oh, you could have gotten 2 Venger charges.
On 1.
And then you probably wouldn't have been able to finish that 1 Griffin that was in the zone there. So yeah, that actually probably would have been a better play on my part. I definitely agree on that.
Yeah. And then Gade would have been looking at just trying to snipe any of the guys he could.
Yeah, which he probably would have been able to. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we would have just walked up and killed stuff.
Gade's pretty cool.
Gade is pretty cool.
You know his little...
He has double crossbows.
He has double crossbows. Do you know that they're Weapon Master Pokey?
Really?
Yeah, so when he comes in to hit you with his crossbow, it's POW 9 Weapon Master crossbow.
So, doesn't Weapon Master mean he looks really, really cool with the weapon when he's killing people with it, and that's why he gets extra dice?
I imagine
he's doing flips and shit?
Yeah, so he's coming in and he's doing a flip and just nicking you with the tiny ass blade on the end.
Probably right in your throat.
And it's the same POW of the sword, the full length sword the Errant has.
Man.
Because he's a badass. He's also a pain to kill if I could remember how to deploy Errants around him.
Yeah.
If I could have gotten more Errants around him, he wouldn't have died. I would have just kept... Because he has, bigger version of self-sack. I think it's...
bubble.
Yeah, it's a 5-inch bubble of it, and he just self-sacks to the Errants.
Yep. And self-sack is anything, melee attacks, range attacks, magic attacks.
Yeah, anytime
he dies.
Disabled, I can have another non-disabled model within 3 inches of it be destroyed instead. And that doesn't count as coming from an attack. So... Because I destroy the model.
Yeah.
It stops
really
Berserk. It stops Soul Collection. It stops my own Soul Collection. It stops Corpse.
It also stops Cleave.
Stops Cleave.
There's a lot of weird things that gets around.
It was worse in Mark II when you could self-sack to them yourself. It's just I'm going to kill you. Nope, not if I kill me first with your sword.
Oh, and so what's going on right now is Vyros killed the 2 Knight Exemplar that was down there with him. When he killed the second one, he made a quick work shot and shot a guy.
Shot a third one.
And then Griffins are just moving around, leaving charge lanes for other Griffins and killing Knights Exemplar that were revived all over the place on me.
You played a really solid game in that bottom half.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a big commitment of points, though.
Oh, man.
I was just slowly trundling around and killing stuff and covering Fire Temple and trying to grab and abuse that building.
Well,
but I'm totally losing the top. The top is falling to crap.
Well, yeah, and I just have so much pressure on the top. I have 2 full units of Knights and 5 Vengers and a bunch of Errants.
Yeah.
The Errants, the other side is I could have put the Errants on this side down here and just made it hard for you to get into that zone.
Yeah.
and just jammed you out and had a bunch of fun there. And then we would have played. Probably I would have enjoyed forcing you to play a bit more in points investment in that open one up at the top where I had more points of mine invested.
I did not want to go into the open spaces.
Oh no.
It's like a tiny minnow going into a big giant ocean with sharks everywhere. I like it in the coral reef where I'm a little safe and I can, go around and do stuff.
Exactly.
That bottom zone is my coral reef where I have all kinds of things in the way and I can kind of control the situation a little bit better.
Because my goal in most turns is to try to trade a unit of knights into 2 to 3 griffins.
What I'm realizing from this match is if any of my griffins get touched, there's a good chance they're dying.
Yeah, because it does, trivial non-charge attacks are wrecking chunks out of the griffin.
Oh, and so right there you saw the Mana Core move up, and he got the order to shoot the ground in front of himself.
Yeah.
Which is basically just blocking off. Where I put it was very carefully selected so that there is nowhere a 1-inch reach Knight's Exemplar can stand or charge to or walk to where he will not take a pound 12 and risk dying.
Exactly.
And it looks stupid. The Mana Core just sitting there shooting the ground.
Alright, so here's me collecting a bunch of souls.
Yeah. Vyros is on a no camp.
Yeah, this is actually where me...
14 souls?
I think I had 11 souls.
And 6 focus?
And 6 focus.
Alright. So, we're talking about this now. I'm telling him that I think he can assassinate Vyros, and because you said you were going to assassinate Vyros, and I was like, I think I agree, but regardless of whether or not you do, I would like to do a time skip back to this exact spot so we can play the rest of the game, and I can get more experience into this list.
Exactly.
I really want to understand this list. Both of us want to understand this list.
Yeah, no, I want to see the turn of I revive a bunch of crap.
And I haven't lost nearly enough griffins yet.
Yeah.
To end the game.
So, here goes. Testament apparates, goes over feats to move through some of his own guys, because where he needs to stand.
Yep.
And then he's going to just... I think he has 15 focus right now. His goal is to put 3? No, he has more. He has 17 focus right now. His goal is to put 4 fully boosted Ashes to Ashes.
And he has to boost both of them because Vyros, for whatever reason, has stupid good stats of 15, 18, and 18 boxes.
And here's where I start rolling like trash.
Yeah, so he misses 2 9s. And I think on one of them I said, just say you hit it because I want to know statistically if you're going to kill him or not. Is the real point of this, I guess.
Yeah.
What we kind of come from the takeaway is that you don't kill Vyros because you roll a little bit bad. But if I camp 1 focus...
It was a no-go assassination.
Yeah. Vyros would just be a little janked up.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. And then I have another turn and Testament's in a really bad spot.
I still don't even think it's that great of an assassination.
Yeah.
Maybe if you weren't defense 15, or maybe if you weren't armor 18.
Because you'll probably miss 1 9 and...
1 or 2 boosted 9s. If I miss 2, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
But if you had less armor, it wouldn't be...
because your dice off 6, so you're averaging 4 damage apiece.
Yeah. Or less health. Because you also have, 18 boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... And I'm not going to get any other damage on him.
Yep.
Now, hilariously, if I could have gotten a charge on him, I think I could have probably maybe killed him.
Yeah, no, a charge. If you can hit me with the charge, I think you have to roll an 8. If you hit me with that, it's bad news bears for Vyros.
Yeah. I think it's still a 9. I think I'm only mat 6, but I have 15 focus.
Oh, you're talking about Testament.
With Testament.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot better.
If I could get Testament to just charge in with 15 focus and beat the crap out of you, it'd be hilarious.
That'd be a lot better for you.
Oh, and we didn't mention this. Vyros feated last turn.
Yes, yep.
He knows that I have to kill stuff, so he wants to get his shenanigan moves around.
Yep. The plan with my feat is I have a couple of lines of play. One is I can move Silas over to that flag so I score, but he could just run a mechanic or something over there and contest it. So it's not that great of a plan. Another plan is to even start pushing that left-hand side even more and try and scoot things around to Testament. But then I won't get full benefit of the covering fire template, so I don't go with that plan either.
So
the last line of play is take Imperatus and Vyros and move them over there and try and assassinate Testament, because Testament popped his feet and is in a final resting spot that isn't too horribly far away from Imperius and Vyros.
Not if they get 9 inches of move.
I know, because there's like 6 battle mages over there that you need to, or 5, and a griffin that you're going to kill because they're in zones and in your way and being annoying.
So we went back and Testament popped feet, ran over
by
into
those
the
trees.
forest.
Yep, those trees are a forest that you can't really see, but he's right at the edge of it. So all Imperatus has to do is scoot around that building, and he can have, the potential to get there. There's a lot of things in the way that want to kill him, but there's the potential to get there.
I keep forgetting tramples are a thing. So.
Tramples are so good.
He, and on Testament's activation, he feeded back literally every single model that he could feed back.
Yeah, killing the unit is the reason why I'm not swimming in Knights Exemplar right now.
Yeah. He feeded back, I think, 7.
And one of them was a Vanguard that a lucky battle mage killed. It was just like, alright, that's cool. Irrelevant, but cool.
I'll just bring this one back here. Yeah. So now all my guys can ignore each other for line of sight for declaring charges. And they're just going to do charges into everything that they can. So the first unit that comes forward is a unit of knights to do their mini feat with cleave. I figured this unit alone can come through, hammer that griffin up at the top real easily, maybe kill it. If they don't, I have other attacks that will. And cleave and overtake is just dead battle mages.
So what he is doing here, I want to add a little bit more to it because it's pretty clever and it's well played, and I liked it and wanted to make sure credit is given where credit is due. He puts 1 Knights Exemplar on that griffin. All the others, though, are next to battle mages that after they kill the battle mage, they can overtake to the griffin and then smack the griffin with their cleave attack. And even only on 3 dice, those suckers are still really, really hurting.
Well, it's 4 dice drop the lowest.
Oh, yeah, so that's even worse.
Yeah, so... And they don't care about hitting because 3 dice drop the lowest. I give you a couple opportunities to kill one.
Yeah.
In the chance that you may want.
So you get battle driven and you can hit even harder.
And I'm going to recheck that real quick because I need to make sure that battle driven doesn't trigger off attacks that aren't
while advancing.
Yeah, it might not.
I decide not to with the ones you
just
do.
in case.
Well, partly because of that, but also because I didn't want my battle mage to stay in the way of where I was going to put Imperatus. That was actually one of the main decisions. I knew that Griffin was going to die, and I found whether or not you had the extra damage to be irrelevant. Like, there he goes, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
But if you had killed the battle mage, you would have gotten closer to Imperatus, and I wouldn't be able to move as close to Testament.
That's true. And that was actually the goal, is I figured if you killed one, I had some guys who had extra attacks, and they were going to try to get on Imperatus.
Yeah.
The more attacks I could get on Imperatus, the better.
And Vyros is coming over there because I just know Vyros is going to have to clear a lot of things. Vyros is such a good sweeper.
Yo, he's great.
For clearing away for Imperatus, it's freaking fantastic. Because he can reposition out of the way, he has quick work, and he's Mat 11, POW 17. What's not to love? And he's speed 8, so he can just walk all around all kinds of stupid things.
So that unit, which was the only unit that didn't get damaged, I just looked up battle driven. It's just if the unit's damaged by an enemy attack.
So perfect. You used it correctly.
So yeah, if you take a free strike and kill one of my guys, they all become POW 13 weapon masters that are coming in and hitting.
You know, I might have fallen for it if you didn't have a huge grin on your face while you asked me, do you want to do a free strike, Connor?
Do you want to let me have what I want? Man. Because, yeah, I would have had probably better dispersion of my attacks. And I know that his stupid feed is up that I hate.
Well, you see through what I'm trying to do pretty quickly here. After, as soon as I move Vyros and Imperatus each, you're like, okay, I know what's happening. And then you do all kinds of things to screw with me. Oh, wait, parental advisory warning was already declared. You do all kinds of things to fuck with me. You fuck with me.
I mean, as a Menoth player, I have a lot more practice being like, these things need to not get to my caster because he's not going to live through it. Because they don't live through anything. Anything. Maybe Durst on feet turn lives through something. But assassination runs on Menoth casters, if you can get them, they're high.
He's looking at if he could walk a dude through that house and start whacking on Vyros. He's just a little bit shy.
If that guy,
Goodness.
here's the thing: if that guy was in base to base with the house from last turn,
Yeah.
he would have been able to probably walk through it. Like, because it was just out, and he was just not in base to base. He was like quarter of an inch to half an inch off of base to base.
Yeah. So you can't see what's happening behind that house, but I'll do my best to describe the horror with which I was confronted. There's a mix of about probably 8 to 10 Knights Exemplar and Errants just sitting right in front of Imperatus, with a medium-based Devout in front of Imperatus.
Oh yeah, the Revenger.
Yeah, the Revenger.
Because it's not warrior models.
Yeah, so I can't trample over it. And then, so that screwed me right there.
There was a nice landing spot for it to just go and stand and be like, okay, you have to chew through me first.
Yep. And actually, you still have a lot of movement to do.
This
the Vengers haven't even moved.
So much clock.
Yeah. On both of ours. We were flipping it over from when I was moving too, and I was thinking about things, and yeah.
Because, I have to... And the other thing I was doing during your stupid 3-inch moves is I would overtake to make sure I put a guy near where you wanted, either to tried to be where you wanted to be, but at least engaged, so if you moved out, you're not immune to free strikes during your feet moves.
Yep.
So I will happily take PAL 13 Weapon Master free strikes.
Once I started moving that way, you did a really good job of boxing me in so I couldn't move any further once you saw what I was doing. I only got one movement with Imperatus. The reason why I moved Vyros is because I couldn't move Imperatus any farther. I wanted to move Imperatus as far up as he could go and then move Vyros later because I knew you were going to kill more. But I just couldn't. Like, where he is now is as far as I could go because there's dudes everywhere.
Also, I got way more Knight Errants.
I know! That annoyed me. I was like, you're going to get one. And then you're like, make that 4. And Corporeal. Goes through the house, goes through all his own dudes.
Ignore models for line of sight.
Yeah.
Oh man, if Imperatus didn't have magical attacks, he was going to get hammered.
I'd be swimming in them. All over me.
They would have just, ran past. They would have just, swarmed Vyros. There'd just be,
true.
10 Errants around Vyros. Maybe some of them attack him. Maybe most of them just sit there and piss him off.
The Griffins would be coming over there on Errant killing duty, which they were already, and I needed every single attack from every single one of those because...
and it had to land.
It had, yeah. We'll talk about that here in a little minute, though.
So here's me.
I'm seeing a very narrow window for winning this game. And
Vengers still haven't gone. Vengers are clutch with him.
They're good.
11-inch movement on the charge, 13-inch threat range, with POW 16 blessed magical lances coming in that are boosted on the hit. That just ignore all the models between them and where they need to go is really great.
Oh, clutch battle mage moment. We'll talk about that when
Is it up there? Yeah.
That's the hero battle mage. He ate his Wheaties. We'll talk about it.
Here they come in. Here's the unit leader coming in to hit Imperatus.
From the front. No, he couldn't fit. We were trying to see if you could fit
that was my first
in
one.
The house.
Because I wanted to not take a free strike.
Yeah. Believe it or not, you can't see past the house, but it's so full of dudes that there's nowhere you can land a large base anywhere near it.
No.
So he's got to go behind. So he decides he doesn't want to impact the battle mage because for whatever reason, if he doesn't roll a 6 to hit, he'll stop there and then he won't get a charge.
There's also the other problem is I still had, on most of that charge, I still had to go through other models of my own.
Oh, yeah.
And
you'd become corporeal.
I'd become corporeal.
Okay, that makes more sense now. But anyhow, that's me rolling, and I hit.
Nails the hit, not
And then watch this. It's so awesome. I roll a 6-4-4, and I kill that sucker.
He dies.
That's the battle mage that earlier rolled amazing and killed one when he really shouldn't have. So he's just cranking the dice. I mean, he's gonna die now, but.
So he went in on the other one, and he rolled double ones on the other one that charged past him.
And so Imperatus did not take a POW 16 charge or POW 14 charge. Now it's 16. Now that I damaged one of them.
No, they were damaged the turn before.
Oh, okay.
I revived one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I killed one with the hero battle mage.
Yeah, he killed one last turn.
Yeah.
And then I have the 2 knights try to charge Imperatus. One dies, and then another knight charges the guy that killed.
It's my turn. I'm doing stuff.
It is your turn now.
No, that was my feet movement. Sorry.
Oh yeah, we're
with
still
the
feet
griffin.
moving.
I'm trying to set up that griffin so I can clear things off of Vyros because you run stuff through the house to get in the way of Vyros.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna need Vyros to clear out things so Imperatus can actually. I need Vyros to kill that Devout. Which then I have to kill things so that Vyros has a place to land so he can kill that Devout. So it's a multi-layered thing so that Imperatus can trample through all the peoples and get to Testament and whack him twice, which statistically should kill him.
Oh yeah, we ran that.
Imperatus is a Mat 10, POW 20
stupid.
Amazingness.
Yeah, and
delicious.
it doesn't even matter how much focus I'm camping on. 2 or 3 attacks.
Yeah.
And me.
When after you shave, he's still dice +1.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's dead. It's just over.
Yeah. After the shave. Oh.
Yeah, and here's my last activation was this Devout getting healed because it got its pokey arm wrecked when the Griffin went on. The mechanic heals it, and it just pokes the Griffin in front of it, leaving it on 4 boxes?
Well, yeah. You took out
movement.
movement and generator, so it has no arms. It's just sitting there dangling.
Yeah, it has movement. It doesn't even have cortex, does it?
No, it has nothing.
It's just an armless sad jack.
It's like 2 Knights Exemplar hit me. I'm dead.
Those weren't even charge attacks.
They weren't charge attacks. Jeez.
We're gonna also say I have an incredible knack to spike damage rolls on 9 Exemplar charge attacks.
Like, I know they're supposed to hit hard with lots of dice and all, but when it's like 5, 6, 6, 4 and stuff like that, it's just
one of them was I rolled 5 dice to damage. I rolled a 3 and 4 5s.
Yeah.
And dropped the 3 and did 13 or something stupid points of damage to an undamaged Griffin.
Yeah.
So here's you planning out your assassination run.
I'm gonna be sitting here for a while thinking about it.
Oh man, that's the one thing is if my.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Imperatus is damaged, but he hadn't procced his Phoenix field yet. So I do the Phoenix protocol thing, so I get 17 boxes removed out of all of his systems, because all of his systems were damaged in one way or another, and his force field is completely gone.
Mm-hmm.
Then I also heal him another 3 with my objective, so he's only got 6 damage on him at the end of this, and it was just amazing. It was like, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is happening. I've got all these damage boxes. I'm going to make it there. I've got 12 in my force field. If I get this trample, I believe in it.
Yeah, no, if you get that trample, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I realized. There's a knight back there who moved 2 inches on his run charge order. He could have easily, ran up into the gap.
Oh, man, so there's no place to land?
Yeah. And then your plan, how would your plan change? Would you have gone
I only had 1 landing spot. How my plan would have changed is I would have specifically tried to find a unit that Imperatus and Griffins can munch, and just try and sacrifice Imperatus to munch 1 whole unit. And I don't know if it was there necessarily, but it might be there between shooting with Vyros and other things.
Also, you're going to score more.
Yeah.
You're going to score 3
I'd be
on
playing
this
for
turn.
round 7.
Yeah, and my clock is gone. I think I have 5 minutes left on my clock, and you're at 20 during this activation. You go into this turn with 20 minutes, because you ate a bunch of your clock on my turn. So turn 3, we got a 6-minute turn and a 20 minutes left, and...
Oh, man. Actually, I think this is turn 4.
I
remember it.
yeah, it is turn 4.
Yeah, because it was the top or the bottom of turn 4. It was because he went second. He finished it on turn 4, yeah.
And then we each scored a point last round.
So what I'm doing here is I'm carefully moving Griffins around and killing things that are in my way so Vyros can eventually get to Devout. And then you do a self-sack thing on me, which makes it so I don't remove the key thing I need. Luckily, I have 1 extra attack, and I luckily hit it because Mat 9 with synergy. It's
hits POW 12 easily.
I know.
Hits defense 12. Imagine that.
That's because I can roll double 1s and win out on the damage roll, but if I miss, yeah.
And I have the ability to make them effectively defense 14 against living models.
Oh.
Because I can put Ashen Veil on them, and it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking of dropping the Choir for Rupert to give them
I agree with
tough. Tough on them seems pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just
with so many models that are all recurring and reviving, I agree with you. I think that's very good.
Well, because you also get a tough, and then see if he fails tough, you can self-sack off. So you can see if he lives, if he doesn't live. I'm pretty, because they both happen at the disabled stage.
And active players choosing, so yeah. I'm going around and building some synergy because I want things to be a little bit more reliable.
Do you want to hit at POW 22 when you go in to kill
I also
a caster?
just really like killing Knights Exemplar. There's something that makes me happy inside.
Yeah, it's because you know that like each one of them is a limb.
So yeah, things are happening over here. I'm just kind of pushing the side up more. Team Manticore is, with his little minions of Griffins, is getting moving.
Yep, they're doing work. You played that side really well. And there's not a lot I could do. I think there was a mental block on me for that giant lake and dog where I was just like, I can't do anything
over there. Yeah. We were talking about that dock and all the little special rules for it. Like, if you're on the second level, it's a hill.
And we just decided to play it all as open ground.
Yeah. They were like, we're never even going to go over there anyways.
Most of the game is going to happen around this building, and it did. I'm pretty sure, like, 95% of our models are in, like, a 2-foot circle centered on that building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially right now.
Right around the building. I'm still going around killing things because I need I need that Devout out of the, or the Revenger out of the way.
Yeah.
So that Imperatus can have a successful trample lane. And spoiler, you can't see it. Vyros is going in there, and he's murderizing that Devout.
Did it to the
box.
To the box.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm scooting a little bit out of the way, and now it's time to calculate out the trample. I get out the laser pointer. I'm getting out my large base from where Vyros was standing because I need to know where I'm landing. It's like, oh yep, I eyeballed it. Got tons of movement. Delicious.
He's just going to take 3 free strikes. He's going to run over like 5 guys.
Yep.
But 3 of them he doesn't touch, and he runs through their melee to get there.
Yep. And I'm looking at it as like, you know what? I can take a lot of damage and still get there and be just fine.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard for you to get through all these.
And then
it's 2 errants, so 2 POW 9 weapon masters.
Don't care about. It's the Exemplar.
And there's the 1 battle-driven Exemplar.
And that's the one I'm worried about. Although it's the errant. It's the stupid errant is the one that does the huge dice spike where I'm just like, I stopped here.
Yeah, no, that errant hits like a truck.
Yeah, so I'm rolling dice and I'm trampling over things and I'm happy about it and I'm killing lots of stuff. And then it's time for me to take my free strikes and it's not good. The first one doesn't do a whole lot of damage.
Oh no, he did a ton.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, but between the 2 of them, you went from having 6 boxes damage to having 6 boxes.
Yeah.
Oh
no, I was on 2 left. I only had 2 boxes left.
Yeah, so however many boxes he has, which is like 30 something,
34 I believe.
So he went from 28 boxes to 2. So between the 2 of them,
oh my goodness,
they did 26 points of damage.
That was not in my calculations.
That shouldn't have been in your calculation. I'm pretty sure that, like, because the Knight Exemplar hit, and he did something like 12 damage or 13 damage, and you're like, okay, that's pretty bad. And then the errant with his POW 9 was like, I'm gonna roll nothing but 6s. Like, I think he rolled 3 6s and a 5 and was just like, you're armor 18, so dice off 9, here's the other chunk that's gonna stop you from moving.
So yeah, I don't make it.
He didn't even make it to the 3rd errant to get hit.
Just for my sadness and sanity, I roll out what would have happened if I make it there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I would have killed Testament. I wish I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm in a bad spot where there's a Griffin and an Imperatus in front of Vyros. Vyros is on a no camp.
Yeah, Vyros is on no camp with a bunch of weapon masters staring at him.
Yeah.
And in easy charge range.
And Vengers.
There's at least 2 Vengers that could possibly get to him.
Yeah. Right now, I'm moving things just for funsies. Silas ran over to score the flag. Griffin is scoring that bottom zone, and Manticore goes up and double taps the objective at POW 23 or POW 21 to kill it.
Yep. So you go up. You're now
so that's
head
3
on
points
scenario,
right there.
Head on clock.
Yep.
And I think I have 2 minutes going into this turn.
If I could talk to past Connor, I would have said just put the clock pressure on him, put the scenario pressure on him, and scoot back, dude. But here we are.
Yeah, here we are. So you hit over to me, and I'm like, I got like 2 things that I can do. First of all, I have, I think, 13 focus on.
Yeah.
I have 13 focus on the Testament. So I'm like, who's the best guy who can kill a 2-box Imperatus on short time?
What the heck? Why'd it go dark?
It went real dark.
Maybe that was like the camera's.
Now you can't see.
Maybe it's low battery or something.
I don't know. So, yeah, Testament goes up, he apparitions out, and he charges Imperatus and whacks him dead.
Yep.
Boosts it to hit because you had movement left. And I kill you. And then I have all my focus, and I'm like, well, I'm going in for this assassination. It's the only thing I have left. I'm going to do 2 full boosted, what are they? Dust to dusts.
Yep.
On you, because you can't shield guard them.
Yep.
So they go through, one of them hits like a truck. I think it does like 9 damage.
I'm left with 4 health.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, now I gotta kill this griffin that's right here.
So all the Knights Exemplar, they're like, we got this.
We got this.
We eat griffins.
We eat griffins. So 3 of them charge it, 2 of them charge, 1 of them gets there. They just clear it.
Yeah.
Real quick. Just bam, 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 dead griffin. And convenient, like, there's no more free strikes. I got 1 Venger that can make the line. And he's way up at the top, and he can make a perfect line to Vyros. He's gonna charge Vyros.
Need to roll an 8 to hit, then you need to roll like
boosted
a
8 to
3
hit
to kill or something like that.
I'm POW 16.
Oh no, so it starts off 2, so you need to roll a 5 to kill.
5 or 6
dice.
with 3 dice to kill Vyros,
So
and he has no
pretty
ability
safe
to
odds.
shade.
That's like a 70-something%. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, like, so honestly, I can say that killing that Arcanist early on might have been the best trade ever, because it kept putting you on 0 focus that you couldn't give out.
That was just me being greedy. There's things I didn't need to do with my focus.
But if you hadn't, Vyros.
Well, that one turn, Vyros camped 4 and he gave 2 to Imperatus. That was not me being greedy, so you're right. Well, in this, I wouldn't have been able to hand out. Actually, no, Arcanist could have given a focus to Imperatus. Vyros could have camped 1.
Vyros could have been camping 1, because you spent your last focus to kill the Revenger to the dice.
Yep.
So, and you were at 0, and I'm like, well, if I live through this through magic, I get an assassination run. So,
the Griffin's gone, so it's time for that Venger to go in.
Yep. I'm trying to do this.
There he is. Yep, because you're at like a minute something clock right now. It's not good. You roll to hit, you hit, you roll damage, we shake hands.
Yeah, off camera apparently.
Yes. Sportsmanship isn't allowed on camera.
Yeah.
Now we're just cleaning up and bullshitting.
Yeah. So, how did you think the round went overall?
I think it'll. Yeah, that's my sadness wave. I think it's definitely a really good list. I don't think I want to see. I don't think I want to see it. I think it's not an auto loss. I think I have some play into it. I have to be very careful. Probably more practice will help me. If it's someone who's not familiar with Vyros, I might just get him on that feed turn with the assassination.
Yeah.
Or I might bully them out of zones and the mana core covering fire template. There's a lot of potential. I have a lot of tools. It's not atrocious. It's just definitely not good.
Yeah.
Any mistake is punished hugely. I'll just lose.